Standard tuning here, E, A, D, G, B, E. And for this initial progression here, we're basically going between a G minor to an F to a B flat. There's kind of some other notes that we can mix in there that incorporate a little bit of the lead stuff. For the most part, that's kind of like the overall chord progression happening there. For this initial bit here, I like to just kind of just do the bass note just to match with like that rhythm synth going on there. And it's just right on beat, like 8th note, and you can just down strum it. So we'll start here at the 3 on the E for that G. And like I said, I like to kind of mix in some of these kind of string synth notes that come in. So eventually we'll get just like an octave with that G. So just do like the 5 on the D here. And I like to hit it and just let it ring over the top of what I'm doing. So I'll hit that note, the 5 on the D, and then just start going at the bass notes here, the 3 on the E, just 8th notes. Alright, and you go through that, maybe strumming 8 of them and do that about 4 times. So like every kind of like time I start it over, I'll keep that note going, that 5 on the D, so it'll be like, and do that about 4 times. Now we should shift to the next chord, which should, in this case with that note mixed in, be more like a F sus4, but we're just moving the bass note to the 1 on the E, and then we're going to want this 4 or the 3rd fret on the G string here. Alright, so same kind of deal, hit that and then just go to the bass notes. For this we only go through it 2 times. Next spot would be this B flat or A sharp. So we go to zoom up to 6th fret here on the E. And with this, we're going to want the 5th fret on the G, right, to get that sus2 note for this B flat. And same type of deal as the previous chord. Hit that note, go to the bass notes for, 7 more hits, and then repeat it twice. Alright, and then you just kind of cycle those 3 chords like that. So kind of a cool way of incorporating a rhythm with kind of the main string synth thing happening there. And other than that, we get this main little sequenced synth that happens. And I like to do it here just because it helps me control it a little more, keep the notes a little choppier when I want them. So we're just bouncing between this G octave. So we'll do the 5D, and then we want this 8 on the B, and then just go right back to the 5D. Alright, and then we just come down to the G string here, and we go 3 5s, and then a 7. Alright, and that thing just cranks through the whole song. Alright, and we get into the chorus, we get a new little synth line that happens, and I come up here to the another G note, so just 12 on the G string here, and it's kind of like these delayed few hits on it. I like technically these notes are just kind of like ringing, but we don't quite have that kind of sustain. I guess if you really wanted to kick on some overdrive and just kind of like let it ring, you can just give each of these notes 1 hit. But I just kind of like to volley it, just hit it, hit it, hit it, like, okay, just kind of on beat there. and then come down to the 11B, 10G. Okay, go through that again, the 12s to 11B, 10G. And then at the end of every other time, for that final beat, we hit a 13B. All right, so it just kind of alternates that little 13B at the every other time there. And other than that, we get to this bridge section, and it does this new little synth line where we could do an open G, and then we just do 7, 8, and we crank through that about 3 times. It's kind of this, this interesting amount that just repeats, and we just do open G, 7, 8. All right, keeps the notes kind of short and choppy there. All right, you go through it about 3 times, and then we do a open 7, 10. All right, and that just cranks just like that. All right, that type of deal. And that's kind of like the bridge section. At the very end, we get another little synth element, and it's just these fun little couple notes here where we'd be on the high E, we just go a couple 6s to 5, cut it, kind of hesitate a moment, then we go 6, a little more spaced out, 6, hold, 5, something like that. It's just this little stutter that happens. And then we just do the 6, 6, 5 again. All right, and then from there, it just starts the repeat. All right, so pretty much put all those synth elements in there, have fun with it, and you should be all set. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.